for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Okay, here's what the schedule for the Dallas Mavericks looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. Then on Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah, going up against the Jazz.
And that game against the Grizzlies, it's going to be a very tough one for them. They'll need to be playing at their peak if they're going to steal the win.
So here's Dallas's starting group. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the four. Then there's Derek Lively. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. And for Atlanta, Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, we have the small ball era, Clark, but now size is a premium once again.
BA, another example of how things change but also stay the same. Small ball skills with size is what we want to see now, and that's what's happening across all the teams in the league.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
And here's Young. Down low. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
And Dallas with possession. Irving, the pass to Washington. Back to Irving. The three. No rebound by Atlanta. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Here's Thompson after the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. And six-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
Now here's Young. He's coming off a 25-point game against Chicago.
Impacting both sides of the floor. 4 steals showing the work he did defensively. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Grimes. Right now averaging 6 a game. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Washington. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Washington will match your threes because he's got game from outside.
Young, the pass to Daniels. Back to Young. To the inside. Grant, as long as the Mavs have Luka Doncic, they'll be a contender in the West.
Yeah, no doubt. Luka is the special guy who can carry a team. He's an MVP candidate year in and year out. And Dallas is just very lucky to have him.
No good on that one.
Clint Capella is a guy who's a defensive anchor and takes quality shots, and because of that, he plays his role to perfection.
And the Hawks making a change here. Hunter's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And Atlanta with possession here. The Mavs get their last shot to go.
Courageous play by Young. I mean, he goes inside and gets past the contact to his shot.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you know, to me, I agree. They just never looked engaged, which is surprising considering how close the game ended up being.
And a chance now for us to take a look at the point guard leaders in assists this season. Number 1, Trae Young.
And when you're a point guard, you always want to be in this position, leading the league in assists. You just know his teammates love playing with him.
Call him their heart and soul. I mean, their offense would be completely different if he wasn't the guy running the show.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Pass to Marshall. Here's Grimes. No good on the triple. Young against Irving. Throws it up high. And it's Capella with the jam.
Oh, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
Thompson outside. Back to Irving. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And a slam dunk by Lively.
You can tell Lively knows his position well, knows how to be efficient as the roll man.
Pass to Daniels. Now here's Hunter. Now here's Young. He's guarded by Irving. It's deflected. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Thompson outside. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Climbing the ladder, going upstairs. Lively, he doesn't have to go far to flush it.
Irving against Young. Launches a three. Here's Daniels. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Atlanta on top. They lead by a bucket. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Washington and Gafford, the combo inside. Hardy is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Marshall in at the three. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit. And that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
And he's going for the lob. And Washington powers it through.
Nice timing on the alley-oop. I like when Washington teammates lob it his way. He knows what to do with it.
Here's Bufkin. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Pass to Hunter. Okongwu, a screen on Washington. Here's Hunter. And Gafford with the block. And he recovers it. And he gets it back. Okongwu. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Okongwu's gotten 4 this quarter.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Dinwiddie passes to Hardy. Gafford with a screen on Bogdanovich. Here's Hardy. Washington outside. There's the triple. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
That was silky smooth there by Washington. Only takes him a few seconds to lock and load.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Here's Hardy. He's scoreless. Gafford the screen. Hardy, the pass to Gafford. Washington outside. Shot clock at 6. Gafford with a screen on Bogdanovich. Dallas needs to get off a shot. It's stolen by Okongwu. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, the Mavericks are making moves to surround Luka and Kyrie with talent. Now they've given up a lot of draft picks, but that's what you do when you have superstars in their prime. With their beefed-up roster, Coach Jason Kidd says, we are deep. This is the first time the Mavs have been deep in a very long time. Brian?
Yeah, I haven't been able to hear that in a while. They've got some players now, Allie. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. Here we have the teams that really hustled for those second chance looks the last 10 games. The 4th spot held by Atlanta. 5th, the Mavericks.
Lately, these teams have been almost unmatchable on the glass. So active, particularly on the offensive end.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Bogdanovich. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
This is Bogdanovich's game. Catch, shoot, score.
Irving, the pass to Grimes. Pass to Thompson. Kleba with it. Now Irving, guarded by Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Thompson, a screen on Bogdanovich. That one's good for 2. Irving's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Capella. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. So they take the lead. Irving's gotten 4 this quarter.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
Outside Johnson. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Takes a 13-footer. Klay Thompson pulls down the board. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Pass to Irving. We've got 22 seconds left in the half. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. Young looking for an opening. Inside, it's Trae Young.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Atlanta on top, leading by 1. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
You got it. Trae, what's been the key to your effort so far?
Just playing hard. We're playing hard right now. They made a lot of shots, and we got to do better at making it tougher for them.
Got to keep the fight going, guys.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And you know, for that matchup with the Cavaliers, they're going against #1. It's a huge challenge, but they have the talent and the coaching to compete.
It'd be a nice morale boost if they can pull it off. And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have been tonight, guys.
Lots of interchangeable parts. They can throw different lineups at you. Keeps you guessing. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
The Hawks leading. Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risacher in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. Young against Irving. A nice shot by Young. Young's got 11 points.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Now here's Washington. Give him 8. Here's Grimes. Back to Thompson. This one for 3. And Young pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
Pass to Irving. He buries it from 3. He's got 9.
Irving knows exactly when to let that shot go. He's a knockdown threat from deep for sure.
Capella inside. Covered by Lively. Capella can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
For Atlanta, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Risacher. Tries the spin move. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, in a year with no consensus #1 overall pick, Zachary Risacher out of France, maybe not a surefire star, but certainly a player with a lot of talent, a 3-and-D prospect with the prototype length and size. The Hawks saw him as a plug-and-play addition to their roster. He should be making an instant impact, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thank you. Good stuff. Here's Young. The Mavs get their last shot to go. And, yep, it's good. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Mavericks trail by 5. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
So for Dallas, Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. Hardy comes in for Grimes. And Spencer Dinwiddie is subbed in for Irving. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. It's Dinwiddie on the wing. No points so far, and it's good. 2 points.
You know, guys, I like the way Dinwiddie uses his body and strength. I mean, he doesn't have a problem overcoming physical defense.
Here's Bufkin.
I see him.
There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. Capella, screen on Thompson. Bogdanovich, no good. Mavericks trail by 3. Here's Hardy. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Shoot 2.
That free throw misses. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. Nance comes in for Johnson, and Dallas making a change here. And he sinks the second. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Buffkin. No points yet. Nance, high post. Kleba on him. Nance finds Bogdanovich. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Yeah, one of the more consistent scorers in the NBA. Bogdanovich is an asset for this team.
Atlanta shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And that one falls for Bogdanovich. And Dallas making a change here. And so Bogdanovich nails them both. Mavericks trail by 4. Dinwiddie outside. Driving inside. Rejected by Okongwu. The third quarter comes to a close. Hawks ahead. They lead by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. We've got Maxi Kleba. Hardy is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Najee Marshall, and it's Gafford in at the 5. Here's Marshall. Gafford the screen. Dinwiddie with it. Now Okongwu defending. Dinwiddie gets the bucket.
Oh, man, he is so shrewd in screen and rolls. Dinwiddie is good at sizing up and analyzing the situation and then making the right decision at the right time.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Beyond the arc. Gafford grabs the miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Marshall. And it's all tied up.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
The Hawks shooting great. 62% from the field and continuing to get it done. Wallace outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Hunter the screen. Bogdanovich no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Hardy. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Onyeka Okongwu.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. And the Mavericks Mavericks will go for a different look here. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Washington comes in for Kleba. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Marshall. And Irving is subbed in for Dinwiddie. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. From deep, Johnson. And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. And Irving has got the ball here for Dallas. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Here's Hardy. Pass to Thompson. Takes a three. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Capella. And Dallas making a change here. Grimes is checked in. Inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Irving against Young. The three is up. Washington grabs the miss. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
Young against Irving to win the drought. Lively grabs the miss. Lively's got 4 rebounds now. Thompson scanning the floor. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound Atlanta. To the middle. Here's Young. And it's blocked by Irving.
Excellent anticipation from Kyrie that time on the block.
A nice shot by Grimes. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Young against Irving. Young inside. Off with the layup.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Thompson outside. Back to Irving. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Clock at 4. Capella with a rebound. And not much left to play for at this point.
Hey, you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. Just wasn't their night.
19 seconds left in the final quarter. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And so they foul intentionally.
Team started. At the line for the Mavericks, Kyrie Irving.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those are critical foul shots. Love to see them knock them down there.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
And Atlanta with possession here. Young, the pass to Daniels. Count it! What a beautiful shot! Brings them within 3!
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Team's fourth. Shooting for Dallas, Whitney Grimes. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
From the arc. No luck on that one. And so it's Dallas winning this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Kyrie, your offensive creativity is second to none. Talk about how you can integrate that into a team system.
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits, getting our swing action, and practicing with a purpose. You know, whether it's shoot-arounds or walkthroughs, we're starting to show progress right there and just getting back to what we know, and that's executing on both ends of the floor and trusting one another.
The more you feel comfortable with this team and your teammates, the better the team will be, no doubt. Thanks, Kyrie.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Kyrie Irving.